Welcome back to the Big Fat Quiz. We move on to May and June, when a nation mourned the news that Piers Morgan was tragically still alive. Let me remind you what else we were talking about. Jordan's split was all over the papers. She should be more careful getting out the car.
Right, I don't get it. Can you explain?
Iranian pro-democracy protesters used Twitter to spread the revolution. A typical posting read, "Death to the imperial dictatorship. P.S. ate Cheerios for breakfast. Yum." Believe it or not, I've got some more questions for you. As regular viewers know, every year the children of Mitchell Brook Primary School in Neasden shun the conventional nativity play to perform one based on major news stories. Can you tell me what they're brilliantly acting out here?
Here's all the things we bought. OK, do not tell anybody. We'll see about that. Extra, extra. Read all about it. No! Why did you buy all these things? Because my mouth is all dirty. My duck leaves the house. And my husband actually watch movies. You're very naughty. Give it back.
It's adorable. They are adorable. That's Mitchell Brook Primary School there. God love them. And what I want to know was what news story were they acting out, OK? Second question. Who was heard around Westminster in May shouting "Ao Gurk Halley" while wielding a big knife? You look nervous, Russell, as if you're about to be charged.
Just sounds like a terrifying event. Let me tell you.
Michael Jackson, the king of pop, sadly popped his clogs. Take a look at this picture. Can you tell me what's going on here? This was one of the events after his death. What's happening here? OK. And now it's back to my Channel 4 news brethren, Jon Snow, reporting on another Song of the Year. Tell me what to go on, or I'll murk you.
A man falsely accused of being mentally ill was celebrating today after he'd had his section order overturned. Local authorities claimed that the man was obsessed with sex and violence and unable to tell the difference between silence and a heavy bass line. In a brief statement to the press, the 24-year-old Londoner stated that whilst he understood that his behaviour might lead some to believe him to be unstable, he just thinks he's free. He added that he was overjoyed with the result, reiterating, "There's nothing crazy about me."
Still want to know what song was he talking about there? Pretty simple. OK. I asked you what the children of Mitchell Brook Primary School were acting out. What did you all get? David, Charlie?
MP's expenses, we said.
MP's expenses.
The story they're acting out is the Daily Telegraph's uncovering of the MP expenses scandal, which was leaked by disaffected office workers who slowly and methodically photocopied documents and claims and leaked them out to the Daily Telegraph. The Telegraph then held a lot of them back and slowly leaked them out into the public so as to create the biggest fuss and damage. Amongst the highlights of the whole episode would be the special moat and castle for ducks and the MP's husband who claimed for watching pornography in a hotel.
By the way, that's foreplay for me.
You look so proud throughout that. Oh, your little boy. You're all correct. Next up, I wanted to know who could be heard around Westminster shouting "Ao Gurk Halley" while wielding a big knife. What did you all think?
Gurkhas! This was Joanna Lumley, representing the Gurkhas, Jonathan. It wasn't the Gurkha
I bet
itself.
they did as well. I bet some of them shouted "Ao
But
Gurk
the
Halley."
person that was seen shouting was the lovely, fragrant national treasure that is Joanna Lumley, and she was supporting the Gurkhas because of her family history.
You know, the myth about the Gurkhas is, it might be a truth, is that once their weapon is unsheathed, it cannot be put away.
That's
before
my
it's
policy.
been used. The Gurkha. For many years, he was a Gurkha.
OK, you've gone... David and Charlie, you've gone for...
We didn't know the answer, and we guessed, and I think wrongly. So,
Well, that's cleared that up very nicely, I feel.
We went Joanna Lumley.
Joanna Lumley is the correct answer. OK, I asked you what was going on with this hat. What did you all get?
Derek Acora held a sort of hour-long televised lie. Where he just he put on a voice in front of some very damaged people.
It was, of course, Derek Acora's live séance where he absolutely 100% for real contacted and channeled the spirit of Michael Jackson. Let's have a look at what Michael Jackson had to say from beyond the grave.
One of them looked frighteningly like you.
What?
There you are.
If you put your face together with his face, you would have Roger Federer.
Or Ian Beale's daughter from EastEnders, one of them.
He got in touch with him. He didn't ask him anything about any of the allegations or how he died or anything like that. He talked about a bit about his hat for 20 minutes and said that he loved all his fans.
You imagine that if he had got in touch with the recently dead Michael Jackson, he would probably want to talk about the circumstances of his death as a priority. That would be much on his mind.
I think he warned him first. He said, none of that, Mike.
We're not going to ask you about that.
No.
Mike. But he presumably said, actually, I really want to talk about that because I just died under slightly odd circumstances and I want to clear it up. I'm pissed off. I died when I was 50. Despite all my wealth, I died under the average age of death. I didn't have a terminal disease. I'm angry about that. Now, we want to talk about your hat. I'm ringing off. One of them, he was looking at the hat of a man he admired, and he couldn't believe it. I can't believe that that's his hat. Well, frankly, if you can't believe that's his hat, how the hell are you going to believe that this Liverpudlian is talking with his...
That man would have been happy with a programme called Behold a Hat.
Well, you all got that absolutely right. Well done, you. OK, we heard a lyrical hitman, Jon Snow, reporting on one of this year's biggest anthems. But did you know what it was?
My wife is pretty sure that it's the Dizzy Rascal.
I'm not sure. I just guessed because he had a big song that I managed to not hear. I think it was something to do with Crazy, that's all I'm saying.
OK, you've gone for Dizzy Rascal, you've gone for the Dizzy Rascal. You've gone for Dizzy Rascal?
Bonkers. Because the song was Bonkers, wasn't it?
Yeah, and they've got the answer absolutely right. The answer is... Well, let's have a little listen.
Bonkers.
Some people think I'm bonkers, but I just think I'm free. And I'm just living my life with nothing crazy about me.
Oh, I'm surprised you brought that up.
I didn't say anything. I merely couldn't resist the urge to move in time with the swaying beat.
Now it's time for another bonus round. This time, all the questions are about television. Charlie Brooker, you may have a slight advantage here. But first, let's have a look back at some of the TV highlights of the year.
What a fine year.
OK, you saw the big balls from BBC's highbrow current affairs show Total Wipeout there. Can you name two other challenges featured on the series?
Oh, man, I know what they are.
Do they have official names?
They do have official names, and they all sound like things you might do in a bedroom.
I love the show, though, but I don't have another names. It's a brilliant show, though, isn't it?
They're
Brilliant.
Quite, I mean,
brilliant.
If I tell you... I mean, I've already told you Big Balls is called Big Balls. They're not the most complex of names.
All right, well, this... OK,
they basically describe what's happened. Oh, Charlie Brooker's on it.
Yeah.
Are you having to explain what Total Wipeout is, Russell?
He says it's never entered his consciousness. He has no grasp of even the reason why such a show would exist, never mind who would watch it.
It's the best.
But you know why? Because we're lying in bed late at night, not together, I hasten to add, but we're lying in bed watching TV where he's out up to all sorts of hobgoblin nonsense.
It's on at 5:30, Jonathan.
I go to bed early.
OK, all right, let's see what you got.
Well, we got one. Well, Charlie knew one.
Well, I don't know if I know it. Do they use words to refer to the rounds on that programme?
They do, yeah. Dizzy Dummies is absolutely right.
Right.
Wow, well done.
Yeah.
The bit where they fall in the water.
That's all of it.
The rest of it is just the bit where they fall in the water again and again and again.
Don't you like it?
No.
It's a great show.
It's one of the... It's a real sort of Marmite flipping thing, isn't it? Where you either get it or you don't. I just see people tumbling into the water 200 times in a row, and it makes me quite angry.
I've even watched the same episode 3 or 4 times. That's how much I like it. And I managed to forget who's won and still get excited.
What is wrong with you?
Oh, I love
so
it.
many things.
Sometimes I watch episodes of Antiques Roadshow for the second time. That's a very lonely moment. Yeah. Initially, you don't know you've seen it before, and then you start to think you can guess how much things are worth. And then you think you're an antiques expert. You realise, no, it's not that.
We've got Big Balls Run, Slippery Slope Game, and Climb a Pole Game.
You said it was stuff you could do in the bedroom.
My wife and I adore climbing up our slippery pole.
Russell, Jonathan, what did you get?
We put tidal wave, and the other one, punch face. Because I don't know what it's called, but there's quite a lot of things that hit people in the face. I tell you, we've got to go on this show. We could do it. We could win.
Could we?
I'll send you first for punch face, but I'll do tidal wave.
I think I know what you mean, the punch face.
Yes,
that is definitely the best bit.
The big piston punch face.
Watching someone walking along, wondering if they're going to get punched in the face.
Punch in the face.
They get punched in the face.
Yeah. And then they get back up and do it again. It's unbelievably good.
The game's called Sucker Punch, that one.
Also known as punch face.
It's weird. It is the only place you can watch a woman being punched in the face, and it's Saturday night entertainment.
OK, so, Charlie, you're the only one that gets a point there for Dizzy Dummies.
Right.
You could have had the qualifier, Sucker Punch, where you were very close, but you didn't get it. Human merry-go-round, donuts, barrel crossing, water wall, the spinner, the bruiser, launch pads.
Can I just ask you something? What do you do in bed? The merry-go-round. Baby, it's time for the merry-go-round.
The merry-go-round? You want to go faster, you got to scream louder. OK. Who is this, and what extraordinary spectacle is about to unfold?
Oh, I know what that is. You did the show.
I'll be disappointed if some of you haven't got this. OK, Russell and Jonathan, you got something?
Yes.
Yes.
What have you got?
That is Robert Webb, the dancing half of the Mitchell and Webb partnership. Just about to launch into his mildly erotic version of Flashdance. And I don't think I'm the only man to have found that erotic, but I think I'm one of the few brave enough to admit it.
Yeah, I would agree, but I wouldn't have said mildly. Actively exciting. Rob, Claudia?
Flashdance, Robert Webb, comic relief.
Very good, very good.
David, did you get this?
Yes, I got this. Yes, this may be one of the few dance questions I get. Yes, this is Robert Webb, flash dancing.
Let's have a little look. Does that not inspire you?
What can I say? We're very different people.
Robert's good at dancing, and David can guess antique prices if he's already seen it. Their talents are distributed equally across the partnership.
And, of course, ladies love both those things.
Both those attributes are craved. That dancing's all right for a while, but pretty soon I think, what's that vase worth?
OK, right, another quick look at the scores, then. OK, I can tell you that Rob and Claudia have 14 points, Russell and Jonathan have 14 points, David and Charlie out in the lead with 15. Ooh.